Every time I have to decide something, I'm afraid of doing a mistake, and this provokes a lot of anxiety. What should I do?
You know, I think the first thing you have to realize is it's impossible to make a mistake. Because we have this designed idea of how the result should be, we're fixed in that idea. But the point is, it's not about what we achieve. It's about what we're being, how we're maturing, what we're learning, and how we're growing in the process. So if you look at every challenge to be more, forget in the end result and do it in each moment, you'll find that it'll be the greatest experience. And everything doesn't have to go perfectly. It's better if it doesn't. It's better if it challenges you, if it matures you, if it allows you to trust more and to be more consciousness and to attain more within the path. You know, people are so afraid. They want to go from A to B with a GPS, and they just look at the GPS. But they don't see anything. There's a billion possibilities and opportunities in every path. And if you have such a rigid structure, you might be sticking to a path. You might be sticking to a path, and there's a highway in this direction. Well, there's a little lane in this direction, full of trees and flowers and beauty. There's all these different ways. And the universe decides. You have these great ideas. Tell the universe your ideas. It has the GPS, not you. It tells you where to go. Because everything in life is evolution. We are evolution in process. And you have to allow it to unfold. So there should be no fear. No fear. This is a new experience, a new challenge, a new opportunity. And you do it with joy. Wow, how exciting. I'm going to discover something new. I'm going to do something new. This is what I'd like. But maybe there's going to be more. Maybe I'm going to experience more. All I have to do is say yes and keep going. Just keep going and trust. Yeah. So that's the easiest way to let go of fear. And let fear be your friend. Challenge fear. If you have a fear, put the list and do it. Don't live in fear. Don't do it. Don't allow fear to be your God. Transform your God into unconditional love. You can have a fearful God, or you can have unconditional love. What do you want to surrender to? It's your choice. Are you going to focus on praise, love and gratitude? Or guilt, fear, doubting yourself, making yourself smaller, not taking responsibility? Or are you going to embrace the gift of life and really enjoy it and really challenge it? Then you're passionate. Then you're enjoying your life. Comfortable people don't enjoy their lives. They just get fat and they get arthritis in the dedo.
y terminan con artritis en el dedo.
Because they're witnessing other people's lives.
Están atestiguando la vida de otra gente.
Always other people's lives.
Siempre tiene que ver con la vida de otra gente.
Because they're not living one.
Porque no están viviendo la propia. ¿Cómo ver el maltrato con amor? ¿Qué hacer con una persona que te maltrata? How to see the mistreatment, the abuse with love. What to do with the person that is mistreating you.
You know, the thing is you have to see where you mistreat yourself.
La cosa es que tienes que ver en dónde te maltratas a ti.
You have to see that.
Tienes que ver eso.
You have to see the violence in your
La
head
violencia en tu cabeza.
that creates and tolerates that situation.
Crea y tolera esa situación.
You have to see what you
Tienes que
deserve.
ver aquello que tú mereces.
You know, we tolerate that
Toleramos eso.
because we think that's what we deserve.
Creemos que es lo que merecemos.
We think that's love.
Creemos que eso es
We're addicted to the suffering. We're addicted to being victims. How many people stay in violent relationships
violentas.
because it's the only thing they
Es la
know?
única cosa que conocen.
Oh, it's like that.
Es así.
It's like that.
Es así.
You have to challenge these things,
Desafiar esas
but
cosas.
internally.
Pero internamente.
You have to change internally.
Cambiar internamente.
And you have to see
Tienes que ver
that
esa
association
asociación,
between
la
dysfunctionability
disfuncionalidad
and love.
y el amor.
You know, most families are
La mayor
dysfunctional,
parte de las familias son disfuncionales.
but they have different levels, no? They're all dysfunctional,
Todos disfuncionales,
without a doubt.
sin duda.
You know, there's fear and need and attachment and normal family things.
Cosas de las familias normales.
Jealousies, competition,
Competencia,
rivalry.
rivalidad.
All those things exist within families.
Existen dentro de la familia.
And they exist within life, no?
Existen en medio de la vida, ¿no?
But you have to see
Pero tienes que ver
where that is inside of you
dónde eso está dentro tuyo.
and then let it go.
Y después dejarlo ir ahí
And
y
change.
cambiar.
Ask yourself, why do I put up with that?
¿Por qué me aguanto esto?
Do I like it?
¿Me gusta acaso?
Oh, I like to be a victim.
Ay, me gusta ser víctima.
I like to suffer.
Sí, me gusta sufrir.
Change.
Entonces cambias. Ya estoy casada y tengo mi propia familia, pero aún tengo con mis padres una relación muy complicada. Ellos se sienten culpables de haber sido malos padres y yo siento rechazo hacia ellos. ¿Cómo puedo sanar esto? I am married and I have my own family, but I still have with my parents a very complicated relationship. They feel guilty because they were bad parents, and I feel rejection towards them. How can I heal that?
Why don't you stop torturing your
¿Por qué
parents?
no dejas de torturar a tus padres?
You know, they don't come with a book.
No vienen con el libro.
How to be a good
Explicaciones,
parent.
cómo ser un buen padre.
You know, if they feel
Si
guilty,
se sienten culpables,
obviously they wish they'd done better.
obviamente están sintiendo que desearían haberlo hecho mejor.
So just start loving
Y
them.
empieza a amarlos.
Just love them unconditionally. Stop being a victim to your parents because you'll create the same things with your kids. I can write a contract. A contract, you will create the same thing with your children, signed Isha. Positive.
Segurísima,
Positive.
segurísima.
Because they mirror you.
Porque te reflejan a ti.
The resentment,
Sentimientos,
the judgments, it all transmits to the kids.
todo es transmitido a los hijos.
Do you want to repeat it again?
¿Quieres volver a repetir?
Like their parents repeated
Como
it
sus padres lo repetían,
and the parents before
los padres
repeated it?
antes de ellos lo repetían.
You watch families.
Mira las familias,
It's all the same.
todo lo mismo,
All repeated.
todo repetido.
You know, I was saying to Annie today,
Decía Año,
how much we assume from our parents.
¿cuánto recibimos de nuestros padres?
We
¿Cuánto
assume.
de nuestros padres?
Because I'm adopted, for
Por
example,
ejemplo, soy adoptada,
but I took all the family problems,
pero yo absorbí todos los problemas familiares,
plus my own little problem,
más mis propios problemas.
my little abandonment problem.
Pequeño problema de abandono, ¿no?
I copied my parents.
Copié a mis padres.
I can see
Lo
them.
puedo
Oop,
ver.
there's my grandmother.
Mi abuela.
She's perfect.
Perfecta.
There's my
Mi
father.
padre.
He's a saint.
Oh, un santo.
There's my bitch of a mother.
Esa mi madre que bruja.
And you know, who am I more like?
Y adivinen a quién me parezco más.
Mi santo padre, obvio. I'm just like my mother. I'm extra handy, critical, all of those things. Nothing's ever good enough. And I had to heal it. And fortunately, around me, I create my father. All my people are saints. And this is my grandma. But it's like that. It's like that. You know, so heal. And love all those aspects of yourself. And realize that I am that. And once you do that, I can tear up the contract. I promise. Yeah, because if you don't do it, and this isn't a fear tactic, no? Well, maybe a little bit. Yeah, but you do.
Cada vez que vengo acá, hago un compromiso de practicar el sistema y no abandonarme más. Pero a medida que pasa el año, voy cayendo en el círculo vicioso de autoabandono, estrés y falta de tiempo. ¿Cómo romper con eso? Every time I come here, I promise to myself to practice the system, not abandoning myself anymore. But then the year starts passing and I go on falling in that vicious circle of self-abandonment, stress, and lack of time. How to break with that?
Come more often.
Ven más a menudo. Claro.
That's the solution.
Es la solución.
Every third weekend.
Cada tercer fin de semana, por ejemplo.
Yeah, just come back.
Simplemente vuelve y listo.
You know, if you can see that so clearly,
Tú puedes ver esto con tanta claridad.
you can change it, no?
Puedes cambiarlo.
And you have to see that.
Tienes que verlo.
How do you feel
¿Cómo te sientes
when you're doing the
cuando
system?
estás practicando?
When you're exercising? When you're drinking water?
Estás bebiendo agua.
How do you feel?
¿Qué te sientes?
How do you feel? You feel great.
Te sientes fantástico.
You wake up feeling joyful. You feel your emotions, so everything's more alive.
Como mucho más vivo.
Because when you feel your emotions, everything's more alive.
Muchísimo más vivo.
Huh? And you have to see that.
Tienes que ver eso.
Write it down.
Escríbelo.
Stick it on the wall.
Ponlo en la pared.
When I love myself,
Amo a mí mismo.
I have this, 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 this. Well, now you've got Satya's app, no?
También tienes a Satya, el app de Satya. ¿Qué
And what a perfect thing that is.
cosa tan perfecta es esa?
That app,
Ese app.
you put it in your telephone,
En tu teléfono.
and in 3 minutes, you enter, were you loving yourself today?
¿Dónde te estás amando a ti mismo hoy?
Were you building your joy today?
¿Estás construyendo tu dicha hoy?
Get the app.
Consíguela.
I know you all have
Sí que
iPhones.
todos tienen iPhone.
Everyone has an
Todo
iPhone.
el mundo tiene uno.
Ah, some have 2, 3.
Dos o tres, ¿eh?
Huh? Put it
Ponlo ahí.
and be responsible.
Ser responsable.
It's a great opportunity to be responsible. It costs $1.
Costa $1.
You know, you can afford it.
Así que eso se puede pagar.
And watch
Y miralo.
and have alarms.
Pon alarmas.
Am I unifying?
Unificando.
Stop.
Para.
Am I anchored?
Estoy anclada.
Am I thinking facets?
Facetas.
This is why we have technology
Por esto que tenemos la tecnología.
to expand consciousness.
La conciencia.
Use it.
Utilízala.
Use it for positive things. Use it for things that serve you.
Cosas que te sirven.
Feed consciousness. Breathe consciousness. And all your life will change.
Toda tu vida va a cambiar.
You know, when you're in consciousness,
Estás en conciencia.
you create like this.
Creas así.
You have a thought, boom, it's there.
Pum, ahí está.
So fast.
Tan rápido
Because you're clean.
porque estás limpio.
And you're giving a clear
Y
signal.
estás dando una señal clara.
And when the universe has a clear signal,
Eso ve una señal
boom, everything goes into order.
línea, todo se pone en orden.
But most people aren't like that. They're, well, I think I'd like, but maybe, but. And the universe goes, zoom, and then zoom, and zoom, and then it goes, "Arr!" But if you're clear,
Si estás claro,
without attachment,
apego,
if you focus on love,
apego en el amor,
everything just goes,
todo simplemente va así.
it's incredible.
Es increíble.
You cannot lose anything through expanding
No puedes
consciousness.
perder nada a través de la expansión de
You know, people make me laugh.
Las personas me hacen reír.
They say, I don't have time.
Ay, no tengo tiempo.
Oh, I don't have
No
time.
tengo tiempo.
I don't have time to expand my consciousness. I have time to be an idiot
Tiempo para ser un
and do the same thing every day and expect a different result. Oh, but I don't have time to expand my consciousness. You know, I don't know who that's for, but it's not for me.
quién es eso, pero para mí no es.
If you don't have time to expand your consciousness,
Tiempo para eso.
what?
Soy tan graciosa. Okay. Si no tienes tiempo para expandir tu conciencia,
Nothing will ever change.
nada va a cambiar nunca.
The victim circle.
El círculo de la víctima
It will just get
va
bigger.
a ser cada vez más grande.
Actually, it will change.
De hecho, va a cambiar.
It'll get
Va a
bigger
ser cada vez más
and
grande,
bigger
más grande,
and bigger.
más grande.
And it takes longer
Y va a llevar más tiempo.
because you're getting older
Vas a envejecer,
and older and older. And you can change now.
Podrías cambiar ya, ahora.
Just the change of focus.
Cambio de foco.
Huh? It's true.
Es cierto.
Consciousness is the answer.
La conciencia es la respuesta. A pesar de haber expresado muchas veces y haber movido mucho estrés, aún siento que tengo un tapón en el pecho que no logro soltar. ¿Qué puedo hacer? Even if I express many times and I move this with a lot of times, with a lot of stress, I still feel that I have like a cork, like something close in my chest that I cannot let go of. What can I do?
Maybe it's heartburn.
Tal vez tienes acidez estomacal.
I don't know. You know, stop focusing on it.
Deja de enfocarte en el tapón en el pecho.
Stop focusing on it.
Enfocarte en eso.
Focus on the consciousness.
Esa es la conciencia.
It will leave when it's ready to leave.
Va a ir cuando esté listo a irse.
You know, this is the thing.
Porque esta es la cosa.
Even within consciousness, you start focusing on the thing that annoys you. Oh, I've got this tapon. Ooh, and the more I focus on it, the bigger it gets. And then I go and scream and oh, and I cry, and it's still there.
Sigue estando ahí.
Well, stop looking at it.
Deja de mirarlo.
Stop looking.
Deja de mirarlo.
It'll go.
Se va a
It's
ir.
having so much
Se
fun
está divirtiendo tanto.
because you're giving it all the attention.
Dando toda la atención.
You know, go a bit deeper.
Ve un poco más profundo.
Focus on this.
Enfócate en esto.
Maybe your heart's so big,
Tal vez tu corazón es tan
you need to put your attention here.
que necesitas poner tu atención aquí.
Yeah, just change. Focus on what you want.
Enfócate en aquello que quieres.
And this is a trick in this
Y
system
esto es un truco en el sistema.
because we love to move stress, no?
Encanta mover estrés.
In the beginning, we hate
Al
it.
principio lo odiamos.
Cute. Because we're so like ashamed and
Tenemos vergüenza.
I don't want to feel my emotions. And then it starts to feel so good,
Eso empieza a sentir tan bien.
we get addicted to it.
Toma adicto a mover.
You know, everything. Oh, I'm going to go and move stress.
Voy a mover estrés.
Oh, I need my pillow. Oh, I need to go for a run. Oh, I need to ring a teacher. It's 3 a.m, but they said I could ring any time.
Dijeron que en cualquier momento los puedo llamar.
You know, and you get addicted to it.
Se torna como adicto a eso.
And you got to watch that too.
Tienes que observar eso también.
Where is your focus?
A tu foco.
We move stress
Movemos el estrés
to expand consciousness, but the focus is on the consciousness. Don't forget that.
No te olvides de eso.
Stress
El estrés
is a manifestation of the liberation, the low vibration. Yeah?
¿Sí?
Don't forget what's important.
No te olvides de aquello que es importante.
The peace,
Paz,
the joy.
dicha.
That's what's important.
Eso es lo importante.
Yeah?
¿Sí? ¿Cómo puedo enseñarle a mis hijos a ser? Ellos no se interesan por practicar el sistema. Yo los veo demasiado adictos a la tecnología y desconectados de sí mismos. How can I teach my children to be? They are not interested in practicing the system, and I see them too addicted to technology and disconnected from self.
You know, through your example,
Es a través de tu propio ejemplo.
everything has a timing.
Todo tiene su momento,
But if you're on top of them,
pero si estás encima de ellos,
you need to be.
necesitas
You need to be present.
necesitas estar presente.
Give me the computer. Now meditate.
Medita.
You think it's going to work?
¿Piensas que esto va a funcionar?
Why are you not meditating? Look at me. I'm so zen.
Estás cenando.
And the kids are doing this.
Los chicos están así.
Because they don't understand. But if you are the actions of that,
Tú eres las acciones de eso.
they see that.
Lo van a ver.
They say, hey, mum's chilled, huh?
Wow, mamá, qué bien que anda.
She's very relaxed.
Relajada.
My mother's like that.
Mi mamá es así.
Mm. And at some point,
En algún momento,
because they'll start to notice they have stress.
ellos se van a empezar a dar cuenta que ellos mismos tienen estrés.
You know, some kids are great
Algunos chicos son maravillosos.
and they get it very early.
A muy temprana edad se dan cuenta.
You know, a lot of my students' kids
De los hijos de mis estudiantes
have already done the 6 months.
han hecho 6 meses,
They unify every day.
practican cada día.
And they're phenomenal kids, no?
Fenomenales.
But they do see.
Pero lo ven.
Maybe they reject it.
Tal vez lo están rechazando.
But at some point,
En algún momento,
when they start being affected,
ellos empiezan a estar afectados.
or before,
O antes,
they start to do it.
van a empezar a hacerlo.
But don't impose it on
Pero no
them.
se lo impongas a ellos.
Don't impose
No
it.
se los impongas.
Because that doesn't work.
Que eso no funciona.
Huh?
Soy casada y a pesar de tener varios conflictos con mi esposo, siento que lo amo mucho. Pero sin embargo tengo relaciones sexuales amorosas con otros hombres, con lo cual me siento complacida. No me considero moralista y no me provoca conflicto. No obstante, me pregunto internamente si esto es correcto. ¿Qué me puedes decir? I'm married. And even if we have several conflicts with my husband, I feel I love him so much. But I have sexual loving relationships with another man. And I feel that I'm pleased by that. I'm not moralist, and it doesn't provoke any conflict in me. But I wonder internally if this is correct. What can you tell me?
I think you should ask your
Yo
husband
creo que le tendrías que preguntar a tu esposo.
if he has any moral
A
conflict.
ver si él tiene algún conflicto moral con la cosa.
If not,
Si no,
que bueno.
bárbaro.
Barbaro. You know, sounds like you're pretty needy though.
Parecería que estás bastante necesitada,
No, maybe.
¿no? Tal vez es eso.
You know, it's exactly that.
Es exactamente eso.
Are you speaking the truth?
¿Estás hablando la verdad?
Are you fixing everything in your head?
¿Estás acomodando todo en tu cabeza?
You know, if my husband was letting me have sex with
Si
everyone,
mi marido me dejara tener sexo con todo el mundo,
I'd probably love him deeply too.
posiblemente lo amaría mucho más profundamente a él también.
You know, but you've got to decide.
Tú tienes que decidir
What do you
qué
want?
es lo que tú quieres,
What do you
qué
need?
es lo que necesitas.
And maybe you start needing to give that to
Tal vez
yourself,
empiezas a necesitar el darte eso a ti,
you know, instead of looking for it everywhere.
buscándolo en otras partes.
But this is very
Pero
ambiguous.
es como muy ambiguo.
The question's
La
ambiguous.
pregunta es si es ambiguo.
Maybe you have an open
Tal
relationship.
vez tienes una relación abierta.
Maybe he's sleeping with other men
Tal
too.
vez él también se acuesta con otros hombres.
También.
También.
I don't know the
Esa es la
story.
historia de usted.
I don't know the
Esa es
story.
la historia.
All I know,
Lo que sí sé
if you're speaking the
es
truth,
que si estás hablando la verdad,
if you're being
si no
honest
estás siendo
and
honesto,
transparent,
estás siendo transparente,
it's your choice.
es tu elección.
Mm.
Cada vez que me enamoro acabo sufriendo. Ya me cansé. ¿Qué
Uf.
puedo hacer? Every time I fall in love, I am suffering. I'm tired of that. What can I do?
So stop.
Para.
Just stop.
Solo para.
You know, you have a pattern.
Tienes un patrón ahí.
It always takes you to the same
Siempre
point.
te lleva al mismo punto.
And it's, we always think, oh, if I change the
Siempre
person,
pensamos, "Ay, si cambio de persona,
the point will be
el
different.
punto va a ser diferente".
It will be
Va a
different.
ser diferente.
When I find the perfect
Cuando
one,
encuentre al perfecto,
then it will be
sí,
okay.
va a estar todo bien.
But haven't you got to a point
Has llegado a un punto
where you
en
see
el que puedes ver
that you're still going out with the same
que sigues
person?
saliendo con la misma persona siempre?
It's always the same person because you have a pattern.
Porque tú tienes un patrón.
And the only way to change the
Y la
pattern
única forma de cambiar este patrón
is
mental
to go
es
in
yendo hacia adentro,
and change you.
cambiarte a ti.
You know, it's an incredible
Es
thing
una cosa increíble
how we keep choosing the same
buscando
person.
la misma persona.
And it always ends up in the same
Termina en
victim spiral.
En la misma espiral de víctima.
Always.
Siempre.
You have to heal
Tienes
yourself.
que sanarte a ti,
You have to love you.
amarte a ti.
Once you love you,
Una vez que te amas a ti,
it doesn't matter who you're going out
no
with,
importa con quién salgas,
because you're not taking.
porque no vas a estar tomando.
And the mirror will
Y
reflect
el
that.
espejo te va a reflejar eso.
But if you're looking for completion
Buscando plenitud
and
y
completion
completud
with another
con
person,
otra persona,
it will never happen.
eso jamás va a suceder.
Ever, ever, ever. I don't care if you're going out with Jesus.
Sales con Jesús,
It won't happen
no va a suceder
until you love
hasta
yourself.
que tú te estés amando a ti mismo.
Mm?
Me encanta ver a los maestros siempre dando y dando tanto amor. Yo no quiero ser maestro, pero sí quiero dar ese amor. Quiero ser parte.
Well, we don't want you to be a teacher either.
Tampoco queremos que sea maestro,
Mm.
pero sí quiero ser parte de la evolución de la conciencia. ¿Qué me sugieres? I love to see the teachers always giving so much love. I don't want to be a teacher, but yes, I want to be giving that love. I want to be part of that evolution of consciousness. What do you suggest?
Expand your consciousness.
Tu propia conciencia.
Maybe become a facilitator.
También puedes ser facilitador.
We have the best facilitators.
Mejores facilitadores.
Yeah, they're giving all over the world.
Se están dando por todo el mundo.
They're excellent.
Son excelentes.
You know, if you want to give,
Tú quieres dar,
if you want to
si
teach,
quieres enseñar,
first you heal yourself.
primero te sanas a ti
And it's a great thing to
y
teach.
es algo maravilloso enseñar.
Why?
Para enseñar. ¿Por qué?
Because you're always talking to yourself.
Siempre te vas a estar hablando a ti mismo.
You're always
Siempre
evolving.
estás evolucionando.
It's beautiful.
Es hermosísimo.
It's a great
Es una
opportunity.
gran oportunidad.
But you have to heal before you can do
Claro,
that.
primero, antes de poder hacer eso, te tienes que sanar a ti.
Mm? And it's a great
Y es una
opportunity.
gran oportunidad esa.
Mm?
¿Sí? And this year, during the 6 months, they are facilitators automatically. Y este año, por primera vez, haciendo los 6 meses, salen facilitadores ya, a los 6 meses, que antes no era así.
Yeah, you come out cooked.
Sales cocinado a los 6 meses.
And you can go and
Salir
do.
al mundo y enseñar. ¿En serio? ¿En serio?
Yeah, we've never done that before.
Antes nunca hicimos eso.
But we've got such a huge
Pero
demand.
tenemos una demanda de facilitadores tan grande.
It's unbelievable.
Es increíble.
And now with the new education proposal,
Nuevo proyecto educativo que tenemos,
we need many, many people.
necesitamos muchísima gente.
And the consciousness level's much higher now.
La conciencia ahora es muchísimo más alto.
Mm.
Vivo en el campo y arriendo una casita a una familia, pero no me gusta su actitud. Son bulliciosos y poco respetuosos. Tengo que pedirles que se vayan, pero siento culpa. ¿Qué puedo hacer? I live in the country and I rent a house to a family. But I don't like their attitude. They are very noisy and not respectful. And I have to ask them to leave, but I feel guilty. What can I do?
Ask them to leave.
Pídeles que se vayan.
Don't feel guilty.
No te sientas culpable.
Or surrender.
O entrégate a la situación. Te rindes la situación.
You know, there's a thing you have to see.
Hay algo que tienes que ver.
You want to change people.
Que tú quieres cambiar a la gente.
And people do what they do.
Hace lo que hace.
You have to look at that more clearly.
Tienes que dar una mirada a eso con más claridad.
Like, do you have a reason to get rid of them?
Una razón para que se vayan.
Like, are they destroying the house?
Te están destruyendo la casa.
Or you just don't like how they live?
Simplemente no te gusta cómo viven.
You need to look at that.
Tú tienes que dar una mirada.
Are you sitting there judging them?
Estás ahí juzgándolos.
Oh, look what they're doing now. Oh, they're having fun. Oh, the music's loud.
Que está muy fuerte.
You know, is it like that?
Es así.
You need to look at that.
Da una mirada a eso.
Is there really a problem?
¿Es realmente hay un problema?
Or are you the
¿O
problem?
eres tú el problema?
You need to ask that.
Tú tienes que preguntarte eso.
And if they're the problem,
Si ellos son el problema,
because they're being destructive
están siendo destructivos,
or whatever, why would you feel guilt?
¿por qué vas a sentir culpa?
Why would you feel
¿Por
guilt?
qué vas a sentir culpa?
Hello,
Hola,
go.
váyanse.
And you know, this is a victim place,
Y
huh?
ese es un lugar de víctima.
Oh, I want to get rid of them.
Quiero deshacerme de ellos.
Oh, but I feel guilty.
Culpable.
Forget it.
Olvídalo.
Be clear
Claro.
and do what you have to
Y
do.
haz lo que tengas que hacer.
Just do it.
Solo hazlo. Me siento ajena a todos los grupos. Pero parece que me gusta cuando soy súper admirada protagonista, porque ahí me siento súper feliz. ¿Qué me puedes decir? I feel a stranger to all groups, but it seems that I like it when I'm super admired I'm the protagonist, because I feel super happy in those cases. What can you tell me?
You're needy,
Eres necesitada,
but really
de verdad.
you like to be separate,
Te gusta estar separada,
so you feel
para
important.
sentirte importante.
You have to be the star of the show,
La estrella del show.
so everyone's giving you
Todo el
attention.
mundo te presta atención a ti.
And you have to learn to just be happy with you.
Estar simplemente feliz contigo.
And you have to see that.
Tienes que ver eso.
I'm special.
Soy especial,
I don't fit in.
no encajo.
I'm special.
Especial,
I need all the attention.
necesito que me den toda la atención.
I'm special.
Especial,
And then you become a victim of being that.
después te tornas en víctima de hacer eso.
And you're always having to take.
Y siempre estás teniendo que tomar.
You have to learn to give.
Aprender a dar.
You have to learn to give.
Aprender a dar.
And just to flow.
A fluir.
And appreciate the love that's
Y
around you.
apreciar el amor que está a tu alrededor.
To always be separate
Siempre estar separados.
is a scream for love.
Eso es un grito pidiendo amor. ¿Qué hacer ante cada situación de la vida cotidiana si me da rabia, por ejemplo? Lo mismo que hacemos aquí. Si mis seres queridos no son como yo quiero, en este caso, me alejo. What to do in the daily life, in each situation? For example, if I feel angry, I do the same thing I do here or with my loved ones. If they are not as I want, for example, I take distance.
No, you don't take
No vas a
distance.
alejarte.
You have to
Tienes
heal.
que sanarte.
You have to move your stress. You have to scream in a pillow
Gritar en una almohada.
or cry
Llorar.
or share what's going on with you.
Compartir lo que te sucede.
You have to look to change,
Tienes que buscar cambiar.
to do something completely different. You know, I can't emphasize how important it is to have unity with your family,
Estar con tu familia,
especially your parents.
padres.
You know, if you've got judgments,
Tienes juicio.
you have to let them go.
Déjalos ir.
If you've got separation,
Separación.
you have to walk towards it.
Caminar hacia eso.
These are your intimate
Tu
relationships.
relación más íntima.
Sure, they're confronting
Seguro que son confrontadas.
because it's you.
Porque eso eres tú.
There she is. There they are. Here he is. Oh, I can't stand that.
No me lo soporto.
It's you.
Eso eres tú.
It's so important
Tan importante.
to heal
Tan importante.
the primary
Las
relationships.
relaciones primarias.
So important. I can't emphasize that enough
Enfatizar su ser.
because that is you loving you.
Eso eres tú amándote.
And you don't need them to
No
change.
necesitas que ellos cambien.
You have to
Tienes
change.
que cambiar.
You have to
Tienes
change.
que cambiar.
They might not even have any idea how to change.
Ellos no tienen ninguna idea de cómo cambiar.
You know, when my mother died,
Cuando mi mamá murió,
she was like
ella
enlightened.
estaba como iluminada.
She was incredible
Era increíble.
because I let go of
Que
everything.
yo había soltado todo.
I surrendered to everything. And she was a very critical
Ella
woman,
era una mujer muy crítica.
but a very special woman too, no? Very special, but very critical because she was very violent with herself.
Violenta consigo.
And I used to just surrender. And the love we
El
had
amor que teníamos,
was beautiful. You know, in the end,
al final,
before she left,
desde que se fue,
it was perfect, our relationship.
la relación era perfecta.
An enormous amount of love and respect.
Cantidad de amor y de respeto.
And you have to do the same thing.
Hacer lo mismo.
You have to just love them.
Simplemente que hagas.
You have to love your
Tienes
parents.
que amar a tus padres.
It's the most important
Eso
thing.
es lo más importante.
Because in that
Y en
moment,
ese momento
you're loving yourself.
estás amando a ti.
Hmm? And look
Y da una
at the
mirada
judgments.
a los juicios.
Look,
Mira,
it's me.
mira.
It's me, it's me, it's me, it's me. Don't negate it.
No lo niegues.
Oh, I'm a little bit like that, but
Ah, sí, un
really?
poquito así, pero
No, I'm not like that. No. The more you say no, is yes.